pouring rain outside. Hope Sarah is alright and brought an umbrella with her. I've cleaned up the kitchen with Dimitri. Things are definitely a little tense between us. Who knows how far we would have gone had we not been interrupted. Wait, did I want it to go far? My face heats up in reaction to my thoughts. I mean, Dimitri's shirt was off and he had me pinned against the floor, kissing me so passionately. Well shit, now I can't stop picturing the both of us naked in bed. Am I just one giant pervert? First that dream I had about Dimitri and now this. I know he just turned 20 and all, but should I really be fantasizing about him like this? Oh come on, it's fucking fine. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm skipping a few steps. Well, true, maybe. Before I get Dimitri into bed, I should get inside his heart. I think you're already there. I slammed my forehead against the kitchen counter. What the hell am I thinking? In his heart? In bed? I'm too rattled by the kiss to think straight. One thing is for sure, I need to tell Dimitri how I feel. We can't keep hanging around in limbo, neither progressing nor regressing. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy our make-out sessions, but this is something more, something we're both not admitting. Is everything alright? Dimitri asks in a concerned tone. I glance up at him, trying to compose myself. Of course. I was just thinking how sexy you look. The words spill from my mouth before I can stop myself. Dimitri's eyes widen in shock. I cover my mouth with my hand, my face turning red. Crap, I didn't mean to say that out loud. I mean... Dimitri turns red up to his ears, which makes me even more embarrassed. He hides his face behind his hand. Just go put something on, I cry out. For the love of God, don't make me die of embarrassment here. Dimitri quickly complies, dashing out of the kitchen to retrieve his sweater. I slap my cheeks with my hands. I can't believe that slipped out. The doorbell rings and I seize the opportunity to flee the scene. Oh, it's raining cats and dogs outside, Sarah complains loudly when I let her in. I hate summer showers. Sarah seems to be completely dry though. She had an umbrella after all. My mind suddenly remembers the day I first met Dimitri. It was raining like this as well. I really shouldn't be thinking of Dimitri right now. I hope he's wearing something to cover up his body at least. I shrug at her. I don't know, I kinda like them. You didn't have to come over right away though. I could have waited until tomorrow. See, my camera is right up there. I point at the camera behind her. Nah, I didn't come just for that. I found out about something. What's that? I ask, now curious. You said you kept getting bothered by that girl, right? Cutting up your flowers and whatnot. I nod at her. That's right. At least I believe it's her. Well, guess what? I started doing some internet research. Internet stalking, I correct her. And I managed to find one of the guys she used to date. I sent him a message asking about her and he just blew up my phone with all these stories about her. Sarah shows me her phone. On the screen is a message from the guy she's telling me about, and he wrote a whole story about his ex-girlfriend, it seems. A quick scan reveals enough to me to know that this guy has been stalked by his ex before and had all of his dates chased away. She's a legitimate stalker. The police have to take you seriously now, says Sarah. She tucks her phone away. Yeah, that's anecdotal evidence, I'm afraid. Like, that's not going to be enough for the police to do anything about a stalker. You have to have a scary father. That does sound kind of scary. I hope it doesn't escalate into anything really bad. Dimitri finally joins us downstairs. He's wearing his regular sweater again, thank God. Sarah cocks her head to the side. Cat boy, she greets him. Dimitri's face falters. Are you ever going to say my real name? Sarah smirks at him. When I feel like it. Be nice to him. It's his birthday, I tell her. Well, congratulations. Are you finally legal? Sarah asks with a snort. For your information, I turned 20, Dimitri scoffs. Did you know your brother's girlfriend is stalking Valkii? Sarah asks. Dimitri remains quiet as he fixes his gaze upon the floor. He looks a little conflicted. His blue eyes look straight at Sarah. I know. That's why I helped Valkii install those cameras. I'm going to make sure no one hurts her. My heart pounds louder as my cheeks burn with an even brighter blush. Hearing him say that to Sarah, I don't know why that makes me feel so happy. I'll hold you personally responsible if anything happens to her, Sarah warns him. Likewise, he shoots back. Why does it feel like I have two concerned parents fighting over me at the moment? Dimitri stands next to me, still staring Sarah down. Suddenly he slips an arm around my waist and my eyes bulge out as he pulls me to his side. He keeps me pressed against his body, his arm firmly around my waist. I'll make sure to protect her from Alex or his girlfriend or whomever it will be. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless at the moment. Sarah, however, clicks her tongue at him and rolls her eyes. Spare me the sentiments. You'll make me gag. Yuck. Sarah pulls her face into a scowl. Then Dimitri freezes on the spot, his eyes wide in shock. He's looking at something outside the boutique. My gaze follows his line of sight and it falls upon a figure standing out in the rain. The chimes ring as the door is quickly pushed open and Alex bursts inside. I knew it. Get out. Get out. This is none of your business. Stop being your business when you started getting your business in other people's business. I He knew it, he yells. The fuck are you doing here? Sarah barks, jumping away from him. What the hell is Alex doing here? What is this timing? He points at the arm around my waist. I fucking knew it, you traitorous son of a bitch. Alex spits at Dimitri. Don't call our mother a bitch, Dimitri sneers back at him. Alex, you're completely soaked. What are you doing here? I ask him. I don't feel as nervous now that Dimitri and Sarah are with me. I was just coming over to tell you something and I find that. He's still pointing at Dimitri's arm around me. Either say what you came to say or leave. Dimitri tightens his grip on me and pushes himself in front of me. Don't you try any funny business, you hear? Sarah threatens him. Valkii already has to deal with your crazy girlfriend. We don't need your crap as well. I told you I broke up with her, Alex complains. She's been doing all of that behind my back. I didn't tell her to do it. I don't really care either way though, I say. Ugh, don't make me out to be the bad guy here. I was just going to let you know she shouldn't be a problem anymore. Sarah's eyes widen. Why? Did you kill her? What the? No, of course not. I don't believe a word you say, says Sarah. Explain, Alexander, Dimitri butts in. I got a restraining order against her, yeah? An official one. She has to leave me alone and I think it spooked her enough to leave you in peace as well. Oh, you just got a restraining order like that. Yeah, right. Wow, he filed a restraining order against her. Was it that bad for him? Why a restraining order, I ask. Because she's been spying on my every move, driving me nuts. She even broke into my apartment twice. She was leaving me dead flowers behind and kept blowing up my phone. Of course I got a restraining order. I didn't realize Alex was getting treated like this as well. I thought she was only acting out against me. I didn't realize I wasn't the only victim. But that's what I came to tell you, that you don't have to worry about her anymore, he trails off. Now I feel kind of guilty for thinking he had bad intentions for coming over. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's a fucking dick. Sarah huffs loudly. So what? You didn't need to tell Valkii that. You could have just sent her a text or relay it through your brother. Alex glares at Dimitri, suddenly remembering he's in the same room as us. Oh, I'm sure my little brother would have loved to tell Valkii all about it, Alex says through gritted teeth. His anger is back up again, his eyebrows lowered and knitted together, then he suddenly advances forward, slouching his back and giving Dimitri a death glare. So what else don't I know about the two of you? Alex stands in front of Dimitri. You not only live with her, but you're acting as if she needs some sort of fucking protection from me. Alex takes one more step closer to Dimitri until they're face to face. Dimitri clearly towers over his older brother, but Alex doesn't seem to care. He looks extremely pissed off. Do you know what she sounds like in bed? See, you're not a good guy. You're not a good guy. You're not a good guy. Not even yes, you got a restraining order for yourself. It's a bonus that it may make the girlfriend back off. Unlikely, by the way. That would just make her more upset and more angry at someone else. Her anger would then be redirected again somewhere else even more because she won't get in trouble for going after the person who doesn't have a restraining order against her. I don't know. So stupid. I hate this. Dimitri growls at him as he grabs Alex's shirt, shoving him away. Oh, did I hit a nerve? Alex asks with a laugh. Do you want to know the things she likes? I'll make her explode in pure pleasure, Alex taunts Dimitri. Dimitri, don't, I warn him. Don't talk about Valkii like that, he bellows. Dimitri gives one hard push against Alex's chest, knocking him down to the floor. Sarah walks around Alex and grabs me by the arm. Let's stay away from this, she says. Ah, so you haven't fucked her yet. Jesus Christ. Not an object to be talked about like this, bro. Fucking get out. Alex says with a cackle, finally picking himself up from the floor. And here I was thinking she was sleeping around. You shut your mouth. You don't have any right to talk about those things, Dimitri warns him. Alex, what are you getting at here? Just leave this place. Leave us alone. I try to defuse the situation. What do you mean, nothing like me? Alex asks. Dimitri says nothing, staring down with these cool eyes at his brother, like he's lost respect for Alex a long, long time ago. You know exactly what I mean, says Dimitri. Everyone knows you're a real cheating bastard. Sarah chimes in. I hope you get an STD. You know, it's funny. Alex wonders. Out of the blue, Valkii accuses me and breaks up with me. Who in their right mind would stay with a cheater? I ask loudly. You messed it up all by yourself. Can't you see? I was trying to make it up to you. I wanted to take you out for lunch to show you I'm not that guy anymore. Those girls meant nothing to me. Nothing. Alex shakes his head. It's been so long now, I really don't care. I can finally say that truthfully. Alex cheating on me messed me up for a while, and having him pop up in my life again filled me with anxiety. But I look at Sarah, who's defending me like a bear protecting her cubs. Then I look at Dimitri's back, who's going up against his own brother to make sure I'm alright. I've got these two wonderful people around me, and I trust them with my life. I'm not bothered by it anymore, not in the way I used to. Not in the way it used to. I was incapable of trusting men, yet when I look at Dimitri, who's the polar opposite of Alex, I know I can relax. I know I can depend on him. It's over, Alex. Go home, I tell him. Alex bites down on his lips. Ugh, can't you give me a chance? Why does everything have to be so final? I shake my head. There are no second chances, not since the day I found out about those girls. I shrug at him, but it's okay. I'm over it now. I'm over you. Damn, that felt good to say to his face. Alex, however, doesn't take it too well. If you didn't find out, we could have been happy, he yells. Too bad, you can't keep hiding it forever, Sarah responds. How the hell did you find out anyway? I used everything I could to leave no traces. You shouldn't have found out. It was me. Everyone turns to look at Dimitri, who's been quiet for a while now. I stare at his back, wondering what he means. It was him. Well, duh. Like, this is not even a plot twist. It's the most obvious thing in the world. What? Alex snaps. I told her. Sarah looks at Dimitri, clearly shocked at this revelation. She then gives him a silent thumbs up. Honestly, I'm surprised as well, but now it all makes sense. This random person that messaged me with evidence of Alex cheating on me, who else could it have been? There were screenshots taken on Alex's phone itself. A stranger wouldn't be able to do that. Unless it was a girl that he was with who found out and then decided to message you, like get the screenshots, send the screenshots to herself, and then send you them. But Dimitri could. You, Alex's voice breaks into a high pitch. Dimitri turns his back on his brother, facing me. I'm sorry, Valkii. I never told you, but those messages came from me. I sent them. I'm sorry for causing you grief, he apologizes. No, why are you apologizing? You've got nothing to be sorry about, I tell him. I'm so relieved to know it was Dimitri all along. You fucking bastard! I didn't even press enter. Dimitri goes down along with Alex on top of him, who's seething with rage. Alex, no. Alex punches Dimitri on the back of his head in a fury I've never seen before. Dimitri manages to turn around and throw Alex off of him, but Alex just pushes Dimitri down onto the ground again, trying to hit him. Dimitri evades his brother's attacks, gritting his teeth as he tries to push Alex away from him. They're both wrestling to get the upper hand, but I'm so scared of Dimitri getting hurt. My instinct takes over. I can't let Dimitri get hurt. I jump on top of Alex's back, immobilizing him. He cries out, and we both fall down. Get off me, he yells at me, then kicks at my arms, and I cry out in pain. Sarah runs over to me and helps me stand up. Don't you touch her, Dimitri yells. Yeah, fucking kill him. I'm kidding. Just punch him. Dimitri picks Alex up from the floor, only to throw him down again. Alex crashes against my counter and Dimitri crawls on top and starts punching Alex in the face. Alex receives a crushing blow to the face and I can see his lip crack open. Blood splatters onto the counter. Dimitri, that's enough, I say, trying to get him to stop. Dimitri lands another blow on Alex's face. It doesn't seem like he intends to stop. There's this determination in Dimitri that prevents him from hearing anyone else around him. I don't want him to beat up Alex into a pulp. No matter how much I fantasized about Alex getting what he deserves, I don't want Dimitri to be the one that does it. Sarah walks up to the both of them, then flips a vase she's holding upside down, dumping the water. The two guys are immediately drenched, causing Dimitri to stop punching Alex. Dimitri slowly looks up at Sarah, blinking at her. Thought I'd join in on the fun, she says. She then kicks Alex's leg and he yelps out loud. There, he's had enough. Dimitri slowly loosens his hold on Alex's collar, finally realizing what he's been doing. He then picks himself up, backing away from Alex. Alex looks completely beat up. He's got a split lip, his hair is all rustled, and his cheeks are swollen like hell. I'm already fucking drenched, you bitch, he complains. Sarah looms over him threateningly. What's that now? You want to get your ass kicked again? I rush over to Dimitri, forcing him to lower his face to my level. Are you okay? I ask him, concerned if he got hurt. I check Dimitri's face. He's got a cut on his cheek and his left eye is looking rather red. Dimitri averts his eyes from me. I'm fine, he grumbles. He doesn't seem to be too badly hurt. I sigh in relief, then I wrap my arms around his back and press myself against his torso. Don't scare me like that. I don't want you to get hurt, I mumble against his chest. Dimitri's arms pull me in closer, his hand digging into my hair as he I was thinking of another word. As he presses me into his chest, he leans his chin down on the top of my head and sighs loudly. I'm so sorry for never telling you. I didn't think things through. I messed everything up and you ended up hurt because of me, because of my foolish desire to let you know. What are you talking about? I'm happy you told me. If you didn't, I would have continued to try and patch things up with Alex without ever knowing what he was doing behind my back. Always second-guessing myself, always thinking I did something wrong. Dimitri, you did a good thing. Thank you. Hey, lovebirds, what are we supposed to do with him? Sarah cuts in. I pull away from Dimitri and look at Alex, who is a mess and sitting up against the counter. It doesn't seem like he can move much at the moment. Dimitri really did a number on him. Nothing. Leave me alone. Mum's gonna come get me, he says as he throws his cell phone down onto the floor. You called her? Dimitri asks, suddenly fearful. Oh, she's gonna love this, seeing her precious wonder boy all beaten up, Alex says with a smug look. How about you zip your lips? No one wants to listen to your annoying voice right now, says Sarah. Dimitri, let's get you cleaned up, I say and point towards my workroom. Sarah, can you keep an eye on Alex? Make sure he doesn't destroy anything until his mother comes to pick him up. Sarah crosses her arms over her chest. Leave it to me. I grab Dimitri's hand and I pull him to the back of the boutique. This is such a mess. I never expected to be in such a situation. After drying off his hair, I run the towel under the faucet so that Dimitri can cool his eye. Dimitri wordlessly leans against my crafting table as I press the cold, damp towel against his eye. It looks pretty swollen. Alex got a nasty hit on him. There's a cut across his smooth cheek as well. I didn't have to attack him, I say. Dimitri's right eye gazes into my own. Maybe, but I wasn't going to sit there and take it. You sure didn't. Alex got the brunt of the fight. Dimitri had the upper hand. He seems to be much stronger than his brother. It all went so fast. Then I found out Dimitri was the one who sent me those messages 3 years ago. I didn't have a clue. Dimitri, why did you send me those texts? I ask. Dimitri puts a hand over mine, keeping it pressed against his eye. He stares down at me, not saying a word. There's no one in the workroom besides us. Sarah and Alex are still in the store. Because you didn't deserve to be treated like that. Dimitri shifts his gaze away from me. You deserved better. I feel warm all over, knowing Dimitri thought of me like that back then. You're one of the kindest people I know, yet Alexander was still led astray. He didn't care what he had. He only cares about getting more. Dimitri removes his hand from mine, reaching out to touch my own cheek. My pulse quickens at his touch. It feels so nice and warm. I couldn't let him continue. You deserve to know. His fingers brushed through my hair. I will always be on your side, even if it means going against my own brother. I start to feel shy. I didn't know you felt that way. Dimitri smiles warmly at me. How could you? I never told you. Closes his eyes and turns his face against my hand, leaning into the towel. Valkii, you've always been precious to me. Taking a breath, closing my own eyes as well. Dimitri's words make my body glow with a soothing warmth, as if he's infected me with a drug. I guess that's one way to describe how he makes me feel. Like a drug that takes me to soaring heights. He's making me feel things I haven't felt in years. My heart pounds against my chest. It's trying to tell me something. I know this feeling. I recognize it. I open my eyes and gently dab the cloth against Dimitri's swollen eye. You're precious to me too, I say. Dimitri's left eye flutters open, staring right at me. He's got the prettiest blue eyes I've seen, like the azure sky. His lips part. He wants to say something, but takes a deep breath instead. I am? He asks, sounding nervous. I nod. Yes, you are. That's why I don't want to see you getting hurt, so please sit still and let me take care of the swelling. Dimitri does as he's told, obediently sitting there as I cool down his left eye. Dimitri fought his brother for me. He's such a selfless person, protecting me even when I didn't know it was him. I wonder, had I not met Alex, would something have happened between me and Dimitri instead? That day I met Dimitri in his cat costume, things would be different. I would be different. Perhaps I would have seen Dimitri as I do now, a man capable of such kindness it pulls at my heartstrings. There wouldn't be anything left to weigh me down, no history with Alex. The age difference wouldn't even really bother me all that much. Nothing would have stopped me from falling head over heels for this young man. I laugh at myself, yet here I am, comforting Dimitri whilst my ex is in the other room. It doesn't matter how things could have gone, because I ended up falling for him anyway. No matter how hard I tried to prevent myself from developing feelings, tried to see Dimitri as off-limits, I still managed to completely fall in love with him. I look at Dimitri, pulling away the cloth from his face, and he slowly opens both of his eyes in confusion. I need to tell him. Dimitri, I start. My pulse is racing, but it's now or never. Valkii, Sarah calls for me from the other room. Someone's here. I sigh. She's ruining my chance to confess. I guess now's not the best time. I do need to deal with Alex. Come on, I think your mother is here to pick up Alex. Dimitri gulps, looking dejected all of a sudden. Right. Yikes. Okay. I guess this is technically the last one. And the next one is the epilogue. Oh my god. Alex is now standing straight, though still leaning against the counter. Sarah is standing next to him, acting like some sort of bodyguard and making sure he doesn't pull anything funny. A woman bearing a strong resemblance to Dimitri and Alex stands in my boutique. That's Svetlana, their mother. I've only met her a couple of times before, though. Dimitri looks awkward as hell, not saying a word. Svetlana finally notices us, then her eyes go over towards Alex and she immediately gasps. Oh my goodness, Alex, what happened to you? She rushes over to Alex and starts doting on him. I got your text that you needed to be picked up, but I didn't expect this. Alex groans out loud as she touches his face. Don't touch me, I'm still sore, he complains. Dimitri looks away. He's gone very quiet. Svetlana, I address her. Could you please take Alex home? Svetlana turns around to face me. Valkii, what's going on here? You should ask Dima over there what happened. Alex says, oh, okay. Alex says, as he points towards Dimitri. Svetlana tries to put two and two together. Dimitri, did you do this? Did you attack Alex? Sure did. Punch me right in the face. Svetlana steps away from Alex, her eyes fixated on Dimitri, who's trying to make himself seem as small as possible. She walks up to Dimitri and then raises her hand. Slap. She strikes Dimitri across the cheek. Dimitri, what were you thinking? I raised you better than that. Rage bubbles inside of me as I see a red mark appear on his cheek. She slapped him. Dimitri didn't do anything wrong. I turn towards Svetlana, glaring at her, ready to tell her off. What the f... It's Sarah who cuts me off, though. She stomps her foot on the ground. Are you really that petty to strike your own son without hearing him out first? This asshole over here needed to be slapped some sense into. Dimitri was only defending us. Dimitri's eyes widen in surprise, and to be honest, I'm shocked as well. I never expected Sarah to raise hell. Not when it comes to Dimitri, at least. Svetlana, she's right. Dimitri didn't do anything wrong. Don't punish him for his brother's mistakes. Alex came over and he started a fight. He attacked Dimitri from behind. Svetlana looks confused. Is this true, Alex? Of course not. Who are you going to believe, me or him? Alex says with a scoff. Liar. I yell out immediately. I'm fed up with him. I stand in front of Alex, staring him down. Don't go twisting the truth around. I know you're good at it, but I won't stand for it anymore. You deserve every single thing that's coming to you. You brought it all upon yourself. What do you know? He sneers at me. Dimitri has been filling your head with lies. Dimitri is the only one who actually cares about me. All you care about is yourself, you egotistical pig. You go, Valkii. Give it to him. Sarah cheers me on. I poke my finger into his chest. I regret our relationship so much. But you you hid your ear... Huh, I'm getting riled up. But you hid your ugly side pretty well. No use hiding it anymore. I know what you are. Nothing but the filth underneath my shoes. A cheater that doesn't regret his actions at all. How dare you attack Dimitri? So what? He's the one that exposed your secret. You made your bed. Now you better damn well lie in it. I can't believe the two of you are even related. Dimitri is nothing like you. He cares about others, worries over them, and he never asks for anything. He's a better man than you'll ever be. He doesn't deserve to get slapped. You do. I slap him across the cheek. The sound echoes off the walls. Everyone in the boutique is quiet. Alex is completely astonished that I would ever even dare strike him. Sarah is grinning from ear to ear. Svetlana looks lost and confused, and Dimitri, he's staring at me with stars in his eyes. Valkii, stop this instant, Svetlana demands. I back away from Alex. I'm sorry, Svetlana, but Alex deserves it for not only cheating on me, but also for attacking Dimitri like a coward. What's happened to my boys? Dimitri, talk to me, Svetlana begs. Dimitri finally steps up. It's about time you come face to face with reality, Mother, he says chilly. That Alexander isn't your precious angel who can do no wrong. I'm not going to stay silent any longer. He's treated Valkii like dirt, and I won't stand for that. Dimitri grabs my hand with his, standing proudly in front of his family. If anyone is going to hurt or ruin Valkyie's name, they'll have to deal with me, because I'm in love with her. I whip my head around to look at him, my eyes bulging out. Excuse me? You what now? Huh, now I've seen it all. I need to get the fuck out of here, Alex says with a snort, and he starts to move away from the counter. I'm so confused right now, Svetlana whimpers. She looks at me and Dimitri holding hands, but I guess it seems Alex is in the wrong. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions. She rushes over to Alex and helps him out of the boutique. Come on, honey, Mummy will take you home. Disgusting. They leave the boutique together. I'm still standing next to Dimitri, holding his rather sweaty hand. He's shaking, or maybe that's me? I can't tell. I'm kind of turned to stone at the moment, unable to really do anything. I heard that correctly, didn't I? Dimitri just said he's in love with me. Talk about getting hit like a wrecking ball. I can't believe he needed his mummy to come save him. He really is a mummy's boy. So pathetic, says Sarah with a roll of her eyes. Dimitri tries to smile at Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. She looks surprised. Huh? What are you thanking me for? You said my name. Wait, no I didn't. She immediately denies. Dimitri chuckles. Yes you did, right after saying Alexander should get slapped. Sarah crosses her arms and I can spot the faintest blush on her cheeks. Yeah, well, don't let it get to your head, catboy. I appreciate it. Sarah awkwardly shifts on the spot. Okay, I think that's a cue for me to leave because I'm starting to feel weird with Catboy thanking me. Like a puppy who just got rewarded. Gross. She starts to walk away but stops right at the entrance. I came. I saw. She gives a thumbs up and I approve. Sarah exits she exits the boutique. No, she exits the boutique as well, opening up the umbrella and walking away in the rain. It's just me and Dimitri now, our hands still locked together. His grip is really tight, it's a little painful. Dimitri, it kinda hurts, I say in a tiny voice. Shocked, Dimitri immediately drops my hand and jumps away. Sorry. Well, now it's even more awkward. It keeps echoing in my head because I'm in love with her. Did you mean it? What you said just now? Did I mean what? Dimitri asks. That you're in love with me. He stops and stares. Then his face goes bright red in record time. Dimitri freaks out, frantically hiding himself from me so that I don't see his cherry red face. I wasn't supposed to say that. Not yet, he mumbles fast. I was waiting for the right time. He covers his red ears with his hands. It was supposed to happen over a candlelit dinner, not with me looking like a washed-up dog. This is so lame. Dimitri quickly turns around so I can't see him. Dimitri, calm down, I say, hoping to diffuse his panic. I walk up to his large back and reach out to his hands, pulling them away from his ears and forcing him to face me. Dimitri fights me tooth and nail, struggling against me because he'd rather hide than look me in the eye. Valkii, he pleads with me. Let me see your face, I say. No. Dimitri still tries to free himself from my grip and hide his blushing face behind his hands. When I finally pry his hands out of his face, he just gives me this defeated pout. Dimitri is completely red and trembling like a little puppy. Please don't look at me. Just let me die in embarrassment, he says with a hiccup. I won't let you die, silly, I say with a smile. My heart is fluttering around in the clouds. It came as a shock, but with the way Dimitri is acting right now, it makes it all the more real. Dimitri, do you love me? I ask him seriously. Dimitri bites down on his lip, letting out a small whine. He looks so nervous, so afraid. He refuses to answer me. Tell me, do you? I press him. Isn't it obvious? He asks, avoiding my eyes. In the back of my mind, I've always known. There's been plenty of signs before, little things he would do to clue me in on his feelings, like that wallpaper he had of the two of us. I guess that's why you had your wallpaper set to that picture of me, I say out loud, smiling slightly. You saw that? He screeches in a panic. He finally breaks free from my grip on his wrists. I nod with a chuckle. Yep. And I also noticed how you changed it when you gave me your phone a couple weeks ago. Oh my god, just let me die right now. He holds a hand to his face, blushing so fiercely it makes me think steam is about to come bursting out of his ears. I can't help but laugh at him. I feel a little less shaky when it's Dimitri who's freaking out, not me. Yes, I guess it was obvious. From the moment Dimitri eagerly accepted my invitation to live with me, it should have been crystal clear to me. Alright, I'm curious. Since when? I ask. When did you start loving me? Are you really asking me that now? Well, you said I've always been precious to you, so I'm guessing it's not a recent development. Dimitri is torn between wanting to run away and wanting the ground to swallow him up. I'm definitely not allowing him to run away, though. Not how I imagined my confession would go, he whines. This feels like an interrogation. Yep, and I'm not letting you leave until you answer me. Dimitri sighs, then takes in a deep breath. From the start? He says slowly, as if he's unsure himself. Like, when you moved in? No, not then. Dimitri bites down on his lip. This is so embarrassing. Why are you making me do this? Because I enjoy tormenting you, I admit with a grin. Dimitri looks incredulous and he glares at me. What the? This is enjoyable to you. I nod. Yes. Give me a break. Today I punched my brother, I got slapped by my own mother, and now the girl I'm in love with knows my feelings. This is the worst birthday. I feel a tiny bit guilty for messing with him. Then I reach out to his red cheek with my hand. My fingertips touch his hot skin and Dimitri widens his blue eyes at me. Does it hurt still? He averts his eyes but doesn't pull away. No, it doesn't. We stay silent for a little while and I end up softly stroking his cheek with my finger. Valkii, Dimitri says, startling me. What? Now that you know, can I at least get your reply, your reaction? He shakes his head. Anything at all besides teasing me? No. I remove my hand from his face. I could, but then I would be the one who'd get embarrassed. Right now, it's more fun to make Dimitri blush like a tomato. I'll tell you, once you answer my question first. Ugh, do I have to? He huffs. I'll have my answer ready when you tell me. Dimitri seems conflicted, but then he finally gives in. Fine, no, it wasn't when I moved in. Dimitri looks me in the eye. I was already in love with you then. Wow, the way he says that so earnestly makes my heart jump through the roof. I end up blushing as well. Oh great, there goes my plan of avoiding feeling embarrassed myself. Valkii, I don't know when it started, but it's safe to say that you were my first childhood crush. Somewhere along the way, when you were dating my brother, it just happened, I guess. From a stupid crush to something I couldn't stop thinking about. Dimitri slumps his shoulders, guilt flashing in his eyes. I knew you were my brother's girlfriend, and yet Dimitri clenches his hand into a fist. I met you first, he says loudly. I'm a bit taken aback by his sudden outburst. It wasn't fair, but I couldn't do anything about it. I just tried to suppress my feelings as much as I could. Then his face perks up, but when I met you again, I seized my chance. I wasn't thinking straight. All my brain could register was the fact that the person I had unrequited feelings for was asking me to move in with them. How could I say no? I guess that's why Dimitri jumped at the chance to live with me. It seems Dimitri had these feelings since he was young, back when I was dating Alex. Dimitri sighs, so there you have it. My heart aches for him. Dimitri has been in love with me all this time and had to suffer through it while I was dating his older brother. Dimitri, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Don't say that. I know it's not mutual, he says, as if he expected this all along. What? No. I mean, I'm sorry you had to see me date that asshole while you were standing on the sidelines. Oh, well, it's not like you knew. It's not your fault or anything. The timing wasn't right, I say. You're also much younger than me. Oh, it's not that much younger. I mean, back then it was, but now it's fine. Back then the gap was even bigger. Well, today I'm 20. Am I still too young for you? He gives me this pouty look that's hard to resist. Valkii, what am I to you? Everything, I want to answer. But that sounds way too corny, so I prevent myself from saying something embarrassing like that. I fiddle with my fingers, looking down at the ground. I've had my feelings grow for Dimitri, something that kept getting bigger and bigger until I couldn't ignore it any longer. He's been so kind to me all this time. Having Dimitri in my life has exceptionally improved it. I had a hard time trusting men, yet I trust Dimitri with all my heart. He'd never hurt me. I clutch my heart with my hand. Dimitri, do you think I just kiss people that I have no feelings for? Dimitri's blush is back again. I don't know. I kept thinking it's because you got swept up in the moment. That's why you did it. Well, that's not the reason, okay? I did it because I've been wanting to for a while. I did it because I do have feelings for you. Eh? Dimitri looks genuinely shocked. I mean, I won't deny it's also because you're insanely attractive, and walking around without a shirt on should be like against the law or something with that body of yours. I clear my throat. Dimitri, I love you too. His face starts to pale. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't move an inch, doesn't even blink. It's like I turned him into stone. I shift my weight from one foot to the other. Dimitri hasn't moved still. I say. Did you get that? I move closer to Dimitri, placing both my hands on his shoulders. I love you, Dimitri, I say. Dimitri is still unresponsive. I try and shake him to snap him out of it, but he feels like a brick wall. Dimitri? I call out to him. Still not a word. Come on, snap out of it, but just check yourself out like that. Well, if shaking him won't work, I'll have to do something else. I stand on the tip of my toes, pushing down on his shoulders to lift myself up. Then I press my lips against his. Immediately, Dimitri's gears start turning again, and he awkwardly pushes himself away from me, looking completely frazzled. Wait, what? What? Dimitri blinks at me. What? I love you, I repeat. Dimitri's ears turn bright red again. Dimitri tries to cover his face with his hand. It's so adorable to see him like this. It says a lot about his own feelings. Apparently, Dimitri never allowed himself to think that perhaps I love him back. To face the reality that I do have feelings for him. Well, to be fair, it's not like I accepted it as readily myself. For a long time I tried to curb any feelings I had. Trying to hold myself back is probably why Dimitri is so shocked. His blushing is definitely contagious though, as I'm starting to feel the old familiar burn on my cheeks as well. Say something, Dimitri, I plead him. Huh? Is all he manages to say. Is it really that difficult to believe? Is this real? I pinch his arm. Dimitri yelps in response. Very real, I say. I'm sorry, I can't seem to function. Dimitri gapes at me. Are you serious? Are you really telling me the truth? Please tell me this. Please tell me it is, otherwise I think my heart might just die. Shyly, I nod my head. Yes, I'm serious. All of a sudden, I'm pulled into Dimitri's chest. I can barely breathe like this as he wraps his arms around me in a death grip. He nuzzles his face into my hair, breathing in my scent. Can't believe it. I never would have thought, not in a million years, he mumbles against my neck. I cling onto his shirt, feeling my entire body buzz with this lightheadedness. My ear is pressed against his chest. I can hear his heart beating like crazy. He's trembling as well. Poor Dimitri is overwhelmed. I'm feeling weak too, but his strong arms keep me upright. I love you so, so much, he says. Some days I just wanted to yell it from the rooftops. I wanted to let you know so badly. Why didn't you? I ask. I was so afraid you'd reject me, that you'd kick me out. I didn't think you'd ever return my feelings. I thought I was always going to be in Alexander's shadow. I could never kick you out, I mutter against his chest. I cling onto Dimitri, holding onto him as my feelings pour out into the open. Can I really hope for this? Can I really let myself believe that you feel the same way for me? His voice sounds so shaky. Please don't let this be a lie, he says on the verge of desperation. It's no lie, Dimitri. How? I mean, I don't understand why. You asked me when, but can I ask you the same thing? I tilt my face away from his chest to be able to talk. I don't know. For a while, I guess. I tried to deny it, not act on it. I kept reminding myself I shouldn't get involved with my ex's brother. I grab Dimitri's face and pull him away from my neck so that I can gaze into his eyes. He's blushing so much it's hard to believe that this is the same man that was fighting Alex a little while ago. But everything you did, I just couldn't stop seeing you as someone I could depend on, someone I could see myself with. I grazed my hand across his swollen cheek. I really did try to suppress my feelings, but today that mental barrier is gone. Everything has been unleashed. I feel free to admit that I'm in love with Dimitri. I'm so happy to hear him say he loves me as well. The sweet young man in front of me with the most gorgeous blue eyes in the world, he loves me. You're precious to me too, Dimitri, I whisper. How can I not fall in love with his face? He squishes cheeks together, forcing Dimitri to pout. Speak for yourself, he says, still pouting. You're so cute, I kept sneaking pictures of you, he admits. Wait, what? I feel another rush of endorphins run through my body. Dimitri has been taking pictures of me without me knowing. However, my surprise is muffled by his mouth. Dimitri presses his soft, trembling lips against mine, making me swallow my words. For a blissful second, I'm lost in his passion until he breaks the spell. I love you. I've always wanted to tell you that for years. Dimitri kisses me again, his lips feeling hotter. It's hard to get a word in like this when he keeps stealing my breath away. We were kissing not too long ago, on the floor of my living room, but it didn't feel like this. No, this is completely different on a whole nother level. It feels so liberating. Dimitri isn't hesitating anymore. I can feel how much he wants this in his kiss. And I definitely want it too. My fingers run through his brown hair, scratching the back of his scalp, only so I can get a good grip and bring ourselves closer. His lips slide across mine. I can feel this raw energy between us, like a spark that we're letting run wild. Our bodies are mushed together as if we're holding each other upright. My heart is pulsating so fast. I love the taste of Dimitri's kiss. He's so sweet and kind with his eagerness to kiss me and keep me close. I love everything about him. I'm still in disbelief, but I don't care. I want to feel his lips on me forever. Taking the lead a little bit, we part our lips for the briefest second until I push forward, angling myself better and catch his lips once more. Dimitri responds more aggressively to me, like he knows how I won't be pulling away from him. The blood in my lips gets pulled to the front as Dimitri sucks long and hard on them. I feel like it's taking my breath away as well. It's getting so hard to breathe. And then suddenly something wet tickles my lips and I open my mouth to grant him entrance. We get it. Vestnoggin. We get it. Dimitri's hot tongue slips into my mouth where he feels like he belongs. I meet him halfway, wrapping my own tongue along the side of his. It prickles a bundle of nerves inside me. I've never felt this excited before. Dimitri groans out loud, swishing his tongue across mine, as if the reserved Dimitri has finally been let out of his cage. I can feel his entire body tremble hard, and yet at the same time he's powering through with a confidence that I didn't know he had. His breathing is harsh and fast, little gasps escape from his mouth as I toy around with his tongue. That's so incredibly hot. His tongue slips out of my mouth, the texture brushing against my lips, and the sensation leaves me gasping for him to do it again. That felt really damn good. I take in a deep breath, but before I can even compose myself, Dimitri dips his tongue back into my mouth, silencing my own moan. More and more, Dimitri seems to act more confident with what he's doing, his tongue now full of life and daring to dance around mine. He's teasing me and it feels hot. It's making my head spin. At the moment, I can't do anything but follow his lead and let the feelings wash over me. Dimitri is the one that breaks us apart, though, pausing as he rests his forehead against mine. This is the best birthday present anyone's ever given me, Dimitri says while catching his breath. I can't help but smile at him, trying to calm down as I get my bearings together. That kiss was wild. When I got up this morning, I did not expect the day to unfold this way. I definitely did not foresee Alex dropping by, eventually getting punched by Dimitri, followed by Dimitri confessing his love for me. I thought we were just going to be baking a cake. Boy, was I wrong. Oh, I gasped, moving away from him. We were making a cake. Yes, we were. Dimitri grins at me. Valkii, do you want to help me finish it? I would love to, I say, and I hold my hand out for him to accept. Dimitri takes my hand in his big and warm one, reeling me in for one more kiss. I guess the cake can wait a little bit longer. Last chapter. Oh shit, the time is so... Okay, I'll see you in the next one, which will definitely be the last one.